Let's use the Big Green Egg today to smoke some beef ribs. Woo-hoo. If you could smell what I smell though. Beef ribs.
Get ready.
Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. So today I'm gonna be doing some beef short ribs, and I got these ribs from Sam's, and I'm gonna get my Big Green Egg cleaned up and ready to cook. I know. We need to see, we wanna see more Big Green Egg videos. I hear you, Quentin, I hear you, loud and clear. So this is for you, Quentin. I am cooking some beef ribs on the Big Green Egg. I'm gonna make a well down in here. Let me get some, try to get a fire started. We'll get everything set up, and then I'll show you what I'm doing with the beef ribs. All right, so you guys sat and watched the smoker kind of, not even come up to temperature, but the smoke start rolling. We got some real smoke rolling right now, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add, this is another piece, this is apple wood. I had an apple tree in my yard, I'd say some years ago, but it is since died, and the remnants of the apple tree still live on. I cut up some of the branches, and I have pieces, remnants of that apple tree. So now I'm gonna get my diverter plate put down in here. And you're like, Dash, your cooker hasn't come up to temperature. I know, and it's okay. And next thing, we get the riser put on here. And my grate. Let's get the grate up in here. Get it positioned so we can get this in. Make sure we're able to close the cooker. I'm just gonna open the bottom a little, and I'm gonna open the top, just like that. Now, I'm gonna go get my beef ribs. I'll be right back. All right, so here are my beef ribs. And these are pre-bone short ribs that were cut into, like short ribs. And just gonna get these on the cooker. Putting the bones out. Actually, this is a thinner piece. I'm gonna move that to the inside, and I'll put this thicker rack out there, a piece out there. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let these guys hang out here for a little while, maybe about an hour, and I'll come and check on them. But let me tell you what I seasoned these guys with. So I took a little coarse kosher salt, some Uncle Steve's Lucky Shake. Then I topped it off with some smoke bomb. I think these guys are gonna be pretty fantastic. I'm gonna let the smoke roll. And like I said, I'll bring you guys back in a while. The whole point is I will put my meat on the Big Green Egg as it's coming up to temperature so that it gets the most smoke and like a lower, slower cook for it to come up to temperature. And I want that extra hint of smoke on there. Then what I will do is I will take the diverter plate out and then directly grill those ribs over top of the hot coals a little later, and I'll add a little barbecue sauce. But we'll see how this plays out. So I'll probably add a little bit of Rudy's barbecue sauce So thank you to Susie and Grumpus for sending those bottles of barbecue sauce out for me to use. Greatly appreciate it. Oh man, if you could smell what I smell coming off of the Bir Green Egg right now, applewood just has a distinct scent. Anyway, I'll see you guys in a bit. Dang, I wish you could smell this. All right, so it's been an hour and the Bir Green Egg still has not come all the way up to temperature, and I'm fine with that. Woo-hoo. If you could smell what I smell though, the ribs are obviously starting to get some color and they're getting some smoke. What I'll probably do, maybe I'll turn these guys over just to say I did something. Get them turned over, but they're looking good after an hour. I have something to do in 2 hours, so I'll probably let these go for another hour, and then after or at that time I will see what the temperature looks like and probably get them grilling. So anyway, I'll bring you guys back in a bit. Oh buddy. All right, I guess you guys probably want to see down in the cooker. Oh yeah, look at that. So I'm saying, you know, we're good on the temperature here, but with beef ribs, especially short ribs like this, you definitely could cook them a lot harder than you would, I won't say any other type of beef, but most others. So I'm gonna get these flipped over real quick, and actually before, I'm not even gonna flip them over, I'm gonna get them off of the grill, get the temperature up in here, and then I'll bring them back out and I'll let them finish. But guys, take a look at these things again. Oof. That color. So the last time I showed you guys when I did beef ribs similar to this out here, I was cooking some potatoes and some cabbage as well. And my ribs cooked way faster than they did today. Woo! The steam that just came off of there was pretty crazy. So my ribs are cooking up. I really wanted these to take their time, but it doesn't look like that's gonna be the case. Looks like I'm grilling these kind of hot and fast, even though that was not my intention, but it's okay, it happened. So I'm hoping with the fact that the ribs were able to come up to temperature much slower, they have a more defined smoke flavor in them, on them, and right now you see the temperature is barely at 200 degrees. Like I said, letting the cooker slowly ramp up the temperature, putting the ribs on early, chef's kiss. As far as allowing that slow smoke, that more smoke to penetrate to get into these ribs. Like I said, at this point I'm going to get them off, get the grill up to temperature or at a higher temperature. Then I'm going to grill them, and we'll finish this out. All right, so let's get these guys off. Yeah, look at that. Fire is raring to go. There's my poker. Woo. We got a good old fire going in there. All right. So put the riser back on and the grate. Let's get that back in here. Oh, shoot. Whew. All right, so this is the actual Big Green Egg, like fire poker or thing that you use to clean out the grates. I'm gonna move this piece of wood off of the, because I don't want the direct flame over where I'm trying to do the ribs. Ugh. So move it off to the side. All right, let me get the ribs back on. So at this point, it won't be very long. I'm really just trying to finish these ribs, and I'm going to go and get some of the Rudy sauce. Like I said, thank you to Susie, thank you to Grumpus. I'm gonna go get some of the Rudy sauce, give it a few moments, and then I'll put some sauce on these guys and finish them off, and we're done, and I get to eat my lunch. All right, anyway, I'll be right back with the sauce. All right, I am back. And I have some, like I said, I have a little bit of Rudy sauce. And what I did was I warmed it up, and we're just gonna brush these, and they should probably end up like a sticky rib. That's what I'm saying, going for. Whew. I'm gonna need some more sauce. Smoky, smoky. Let's get these guys in the back moved up and around. They look fantastic. All right, let me get more sauce and I'll sauce this top side. Whew. these guys over, get some char and that barbecue sauce on the top side. These guys are done. These out. Hot spot. Woo woo. They are looking fantastic. I don't know what's going on, but there's been a plethora of fire apparatus that has gone past my house. I say recently, but in the past half hour or so. Woo woo. Beef ribs. Oh, if you guys could smell these ribs right now, they smell fantastic. My goodness. All right, I'll see you guys back in the house. Doo-doo. Guys, this right here, oh, the char. All right, so I told you, I sprayed a little bit of duck fat on there, had a little bit of kosher salt, then I hit it with the Lucky Shake, Uncle Steve's, hit up Uncle Steve's, hit up Uncle Steve, and order yourself some of these shakes. For sure, worth it. All the smoke I was looking for, it was there. Beef ribs that are cut this thinly, you can cook them to death basically, and that's what these are. And they're still fantastic. Oh. I'm enjoying my lunch / dinner because that's what these are for. I have some potatoes and some vegetables left over from last night or the night before that we're going to make on a side. So my wife can't say we don't have a side. But if you enjoyed this cook as much as I enjoyed this cook, man, I'm gonna gnaw on these bones. You guys, thank you so very much as always for watching. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you like what you saw today, if you learned something, please let me know. Leave me some feedback down below. Anyway, I'm gonna finish these ribs. I'm gonna let taste test number 3 finish us out.
More butter, baby.